I'm Ruth Mortimer and I'm at the moment. That's something where sports and brands have always been a thing, but more and more we've seen sports open up to an increasing number of brands. So I actually started my career as an archaeologist, which isn't how many people in business start, I have to be honest. I worked pretty much in the Middle East. I loved it, digging up things, finding things. And what I discovered I really loved was storytelling. So as I was digging up things, trying to piece together history to understand what happens, I really enjoyed the stories you could tell as part of that. So I ended up retraining as a journalist because I didn't want to live in a tent for the rest of my life. My hair was so bad, zero eyeliner and mascara. So in the end, I retrained as a journalist and I ended up specializing really in the creative industries. And from there, I just kept running more and more creative businesses. So it turned out that I loved storytelling no matter the format. I loved writing stories. I loved stories you make out of data. I loved event stories, any kind of content. I loved to bring it to life. And over the years, I ended up actually working. I was running some businesses within a publishing company, and I met the Advertising Week team. And I was really captured by the way that they married this kind of education and entertainment together. And so that was what, for me, really attracted me to Advertising Week, because I was like, no way, there are people who will pay me to create the stories in my head and then make them real. How can this be a job? So we were really excited to try and create a whole suite of programming, of experiences, of business generation that made creators feel this was the event they could do business at too. So that's one thing I'm really excited about this year. Something else I'm really excited about is the sports programming and our new sports awards, the Playmaker Awards. So that's something where sports and brands have always been a thing, but more and more we've seen sports open up to an increasing number of brands. There's beauty brands involved in sports. Women's sports is becoming huge. This feels like it's an incredible moment where audience, commerce, and kind of the play on the field come together. So we're really excited about that. So I think for us at Advertising Week, we're always on the road. So in another 4 weeks, we'll have our Mexico City event. Then we'll go to Tokyo. Then we'll be back in Europe in early 2026. And for me, the things that I'm really interested in there is how you can kind of cross-pollinate from territory to territory. And that's what gets me really excited is how do you actually supercharge everyone's learning in every continent, because we can unite people all around the world. I think my mentality, I'm the most curious person in the world. I'm a news hound. I love media. And I used to be a journalist, so I really believe in media and the value of it and importance of it. So I consume so much media, day and night, I'm always doing it. I got my phone stolen for a week and I didn't have access to my news sources in my pocket, and I felt bereft. I was in mourning. So when you ask me, where do I get my media from? I try to get it from everywhere, because the things I'm interested in are the things I don't know. What is not the things that are on my agenda. I think so often with algorithms, you can be served everything you are already interested in and already know. What I love to hear about is the things I don't know, the people who don't think like me. Advertising Week's slogan is great minds think unalike, and I actually try genuinely to live that every day in my media diet. So first of all, I'd say to young Ruth, I'd say lean into the things that you're brilliant at and forget the things you're not brilliant at. I think when you're coming up in a job, you spend so much time thinking about what are the things I'm not good at, what are the gaps I need to fill. Whereas actually the more senior I've got, the more leadership roles I've had, I'm like, people want you to be good at something, not everything. So for me, I'd say forget it if you're not good at this. Forget it if you can't work the photocopier. You know what? There's a life ahead of you where you will never need to photocopy anything because you are brilliant at these things. And that would be one of my top pieces of leadership advice. Be brilliant at something.